Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Eat Your Backyard. This is my second live stream in a day, which is intended to break the ice. More Eat Your Backyard videos. So I plan on doing a bunch this year, 2026. So that's my big New Year's Eve 2025 announcement, is that I plan on re-emerging into the Eat Your Backyard universe with many more videos, and this was a good place to announce that. Looks like we got some proms getting ready to go out with the skim board. That should be entertaining. Like to see it. I'm not afraid of the cold weather. It's not that cold, actually. It's maybe in the 60s and mid 60s, lower 60s. Water's about 70 degrees, so it's not that cold. It's just that it's sort of windy, so once you get wet, it gets a little cold. Certainly, I hope all of you are inventorying your 2026 goals. I sure am. Like I said, among other things, I'm going to definitely do a lot more Eat Your Backyard videos. I'm also, of course, growing my musical experience tremendously. And if you're not aware, I also have a music channel called Honey Tap, HUNNITAP, which I hope you'll go subscribe to so that you can watch where I post most of my videos, which is not on Eat Your Backyard now. It's on Honey Tap because I love music. And I hope you love it also. David the Good is another YouTuber that I appreciate a lot. Been a friend of the channel. Oh, look at that. Nice. Woo! You! Skimboard for the win. Yeah, in addition to the music and getting back on Eat Your Backyard, various other professional goals. Kid down there screaming, he sounds cold. I'm also going to continue to grow my faith, grow closer to God, which is a huge main focus of my life right now, and always plan for it to be. I've been studying various saints, St. Thomas Aquinas and St. Ignatius of Loyola, specifically with the two amazing Catholic saints. If you don't know who they are, I would encourage you to check them out. This year, I became a Christian once again, which I had spent a lot of time away from Christianity, exploring various idiotic things. And, well, I was definitely called to come back. And, I looked around in Protestantism for a little while and returned to the Catholic Church as the 2,000-year-old Reverend Holy Apostolic Church that it is. And I've been so happy as a result. It's been the best thing that I've ever done, to be honest. And it's truly the focus of my life. Of course, in addition, my family, and making sure I provide for them and take care of them. It's a good example for them, but in addition, yeah, the faith part has just been absolutely amazingly good, positive thing in my life. I can tell you that I pray mentally, sometimes out loud as well, about every day. Haven't missed a Mass, Sunday Mass, since it started. For a little while, I was going to daily Mass. That's a cool thing in the Catholic Church. They have daily Mass to receive the Eucharist. Body and blood of Lord Jesus, which is a sanctifying sacrament that gives you grace, which is an amazing thing to have. Tears almost every time I think about it. Hey, Queen Bee ATL, good to see you. Yeah, this is a heck of a view. There is no doubt about it. I don't need a better view than this. That's how I know I'm in the right place. Like, I know there are other things that you can see in the world that are color. It's really beautiful, but I don't need it to be any different than this. Actually suffering from a little bit of a cold today. The last couple of days. I was going to live stream last night on Honey Tap, but then just decided to drink lots of water and rest, and I ended up watching The Chosen. I binge watched The Chosen until 1:30 in the morning. That was a good move, by the way. Really, really liked that show. It kind of started off slow for me, but once the hook was set, I am absolutely like dying to watch the next episode. So my New Year's Eve plan is probably just to relax on the couch, eat tasty food, and watch that. But I might drum up the enthusiasm to go to a backyard performance. I suppose the neighbors can't get too mad when you're just not that they ever have. They're super cool, but yeah, do a little bit of a backyard performance session. I'll probably do that. Maybe just do a little blues improvisation or sing along with a couple of backing tracks I made recently. I had all these great plans. Like today, I just ended up doing 2 episodes of Bible in a year, and then I did this Ignatian practice called Examine, which is a discernment practice, which I think is an incredibly important skill for me to develop. Probably be great for everybody to develop it, but I was really focusing on attending mass daily and doing things like that. And I still attend a lot of daily mass, but like tomorrow, Jesus calendar is a full day of obligation, so I'll definitely go to mass tomorrow. But since I've got a cold, I will refrain from drinking from the cup. Oh yeah, the waves didn't overpower me. It was just this chair overpowered me. This thing is one of these like ratchet chairs. It's got that weird ratchet. It's actually a chair my mother given me before she died. God rest her soul. But yeah, I don't know the history of it, but it's an old chair. It is an old chair, so I always feel like it's about to collapse. This is a nice time in Florida when we get to wear jeans. You know, normally it's short year-round type of deal. So like everybody gets excited when we get to put on jackets and jeans. It's like the things you get to wear for 2 weeks out of the year. And now this probably sounds like I'm being obnoxious and bragging. I'm really not. I've lived in the Northeast for a long time. I love that area. Spent a lot of time all over the country, various things. It's all great, but for me, I am somebody who's made to be in warm weather. And when I was a kid, I lived in New Jersey. I used to live not far from I-195, which is like the road that goes all the way down the East Coast to all the way to Miami, I think. Maine to Miami, pretty sure it goes that way. It goes from New Jersey to Miami, and I used to go as a kid and go to the bridge that went over that I-195 and look down that road, and I would just dream as a young boy in New Jersey that, you know, I just like packed up a backpack and got on this road. I could walk all the way to Florida, and I could be somewhere warm. My grandparents lived in Florida, so I used to go down and spend 2 weeks with them every Easter. Coming to this area ever since I was a little kid. They were what they call snowbirds, and they come down here in the winter and go back up north in the summer. They had a farm, which is what shaped a lot of my grew up on a farm, oddly enough. New Jersey used to be called the Garden State. Now it's all corporate parks where I grew up, and all the farmland that I lived on was all now completely developed. But that happened. But I grew up with dozens of apple trees, and cherry trees, and grapes. My grandfather grew corn and peppers and tomatoes and squash, zucchini and asparagus and cabbage, lettuce, beans. I mean, hot peppers, on and on and on. You name it. So my whole childhood, I was just walking around the fields barefoot, muddy feet, vegetables, or eating fruit. I'd come home at night, my mother would take all the ticks off. I also spent a lot of time just walking around in the forest by myself. Think about how that sort of shaped my personality and maybe some of my wounds in my life, honestly. Sort of like a loneliness. But at the same time, really valuing it. I like that feeling. Like solitude, like sitting here on the beach. It's nice. It's nice that I can share it with a bunch of people on YouTube also and kind of look back on stuff like this. But there would be days that I would just walk around in the forest for 5-6 hours. My only rule, and maybe this is my generation thing, my only rule as a kid was my mother, who was a single mom, off doing her thing all the time. And so I was mostly raised by my grandparents. But the only rule I had was being home before it's dark, before it gets completely dark. And I remember a couple times I came home like pitch black, and they were really freaked out about that. They thought, I don't know. Yeah, I just always remember that. They were like, "You've got to be back before it's dark." But other than that, you could be gone for 5-6 hours. They didn't care. They're just like, "Don't die." Yeah, I guess I would be an Aquarian. Yeah, sometimes just load up the BB gun with maximum BBs and grab the dog and go all day long. And I really look back to those times of just spending time alone in the forest, just exploring and thinking about what I wanted to think about. I look back to them really fondly. But that shaped that whole experience of growing up and being in nature, and really shaped my desire to make my whole backyard this kind of replica of what my grandfather had created, which was this fruity part of time. Look at that. That's how you know you're doing right now. This is how. Because you got birds that are here we go. Here we go. That looks cool. Let's see what we'll do. That's cool. I don't know if you can see the moon just straight up from my toe there. But looks like we got almost. What's the temp out here? It is about probably 65, 64, something like that. And the ocean is about maybe 70, something like that. Not a cloud in the sky. That is my favorite color. I always say that. That right there. That's the one. Yeah, I'm planning on doing a whole bunch more Eat Your Backyard videos this year. I did a few videos last year, years ago, where I tried to make them kind of funny and weird. I'm going to try to make them funny and weird. That can totally backfire. Jokes that nobody gets, but I can easily do the weird thing. So yeah, so that is cold for us here. Yeah, absolutely. And I know how, like I said, how obnoxious that sort of seems to bragging. I had to escape. There we go. But yeah, good old Thumpy. Thumpy was a beautiful rabbit, full of possibility and vigor and terror. But great rabbit. I'll have to get Penelope down and let her hop around and chew on some sugarcane leaves and so on. Yeah, I've got some plans for the Eat Your Backyard this year. I'm gonna make them more like the ones that I did. I don't know what the year is, but if you look back at the videos, it's like maybe 40, 50 videos out. It's some on pigeon pea, some on moringa, some on like dwarf coconut trees, things that are in my backyard. Oh, was I ever in a band? Oh yeah, I've been in several bands. Yep. I used to do a lot of Van Halen cover band type stuff, and Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, and that sort of thing. Jimi Hendrix, a lot of Jimi Hendrix, a lot of Led Zeppelin. Yep. Yeah, being in a band is fun. I've got a couple guys that I play with and record songs with around here locally, but I'll tell you, it is so hard getting anybody to show up and do anything. Like, you meet some guy that's great, has musical interests similar to yours, you love making music and playing together, and it's like so awesome, and then you're like, hey, can you go and do like, no, I gotta get my wife this, that, yeah. It's always planes, trains, automobiles, 10,000 reasons, seasons, and then it happens. So I sort of have to just do the one-man band thing if I'm gonna do music as much as I want to. And also the process of writing music, which I love to write, is so much fun for me, just sitting down with a digital audio workstation like I did yesterday, with a quick little live stream, and just seeing what happens. For me, that really is just a miracle that can even happen. So I love making music and recording it just as much as I like performing it. Yeah, fully sun protected. When you're out in the sun as much as I am, you got to get a lot of skin checks, because I just had skin checks removed from me about 2 weeks ago, pre-cancer. If you don't watch out, you know, that's how Bob Marley died, melanoma in his big toe. Yep, they told Bob, who I'm a huge Bob Marley fan. I mean, I'm not sure if I can relate to anybody who doesn't love Bob Marley's message and music, but yeah, his doctor told him, you have melanoma on your big toe. You have to remove your big toe. And Jimmy did not do it. And what happened was, he didn't want to, as the story goes, he didn't want to not be able to kick a soccer ball, because he's a very proficient soccer player. Loved to play soccer. With his band and friends in Jamaica and so on and so forth. And, well, he thought he could use other techniques to get rid of the cancer, and it didn't work. And he ended up dying in a cancer hospital, I think in Switzerland or somewhere up in the mountains. Blood blocks falling out from chemotherapy, and he ended up dying. It's really horrible. So yeah, it's important to take care of yourself, right? To go to the doctor, get an annual checkup. Like, no one's getting younger. Hey, James Tropicals, good to see you, man. It's been a while. You're darn right it has. Why don't I see you over in Honey Tap, James? Dude, you got to hook up with my Honey Tap channel. HUNNITAP. Please go over there and subscribe so that we can connect on a musical level as well. I'll have to go check out your channel. Leave a comment on one of my Honey Tap channel's videos on one of my songs, and I'll go and check it out. Yeah, this is the beach at the end of my street, right here in Central Florida, Atlantic Ocean. And I have 0% complaints right now. Here, let's see it. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Well, hey James, leave me a message on Honey Tap, HUNNITAP. That will make me super stoked. Happy New Year, between me, ATL, James. Appreciate you being on. It was fun. Love you, mean it. Have a blessed 2026.